Welcome back to Fire Emblem Thracia 776. Last time, we recruited all of the Dandelion, at least the named ones, and also stole from the extra dance at the end. And now it's time to finally head out and relieve Tahra. The Walled City. This is going to be a pretty big map that mostly features us riding out to aid the exterior of the city. Leading his men out of the bandit-infested Thracia forest, Lee found a most welcome sight awaiting him in his liberation army. Well, not really, because these chapters are kind of intense. The walled city of Tahra, which is spelled a bit differently in Heroes, its shape tall and imposing, stood before them on the horizon. Under the leadership of Duchess Lenoan, daughter of the late Duke of Tahra, the free city had rebelled against the Empire, refusing to be complicit in their many crimes. This rebellion had not gone unpunished. The city had already been under siege by the Imperial army, led by Colonel Paulus, for some time. Already in dire straits before the Empire's attack had even begun, Tahra would now find it exceptionally difficult to recover. Initially, the city-state had brokered its freedom by agreeing to not interfere with the Grand Vale Empire's conquest of North Thracia. In exchange, Tahra had been allowed to keep its autonomy, but even at the time, the city's freedom was thought to be as precarious and fleeting as a candle flickering in the wind. A little bit more information on the map screen this time, because I guess you need a bit of backstory of the town that's been the center point of, most of the first half of the game. And as you can see, there are quite a lot of enemies on this map. We can also finally view the map on the prep screen after 3 straight chapters of fog. So we have some Phrygian bow knights here, and there'll be more of them spawning from here every turn. They're not super strong, but just be aware of them. There are also ballistas everywhere. A lot of ballistas. Now, the thing about these ballistas is that, well, the main gimmick of this map is another bit of a narrative one. So we've got this boss here, List. List has 20 cons, so you can't capture him, even if you put him to sleep. Thankfully for me, because I hate capturing generals. Speaking of hating generals, Pavis! Yeah, this is a thing. 12% chance to just nope one of your attacks. Also, Bab weapon ranks. 1 authority star. So, this guy is going to start charging into Tahra on turn 5. Once he dies, all of his troops are going to start fleeing the map, and all the ballistas will stop firing. So, warping over a unit to take care of him on turn 1 might not be a terrible idea. The problem with doing that is that once he goes down, reinforcements will start spawning here and here, basically endlessly. So it's kind of like a choice whether you want to deal with those endless reinforcements or this almost endless reinforcement. I think this one stops on turn 12. But remember when I said that you want to rest your cavalry in the last map? That's because this one's a very, very horse-heavy chapter. Unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of deployment slots here, but I want to bring Fergus, definitely want Nana, Callian, Karen. In fact, there's actually a village in this map that only Karen can reach. May as well go for Asbel. Alwyn's good too. And yeah, we're already running out of people, because we could bring Lara too, all of our crazy staff users, Pern. Oh, I probably want Marita, actually. Now, actually, you need Nana to recruit somebody in the next chapter, so if she's close to fatiguing, you might want to rest her in this map. Yeah, now I'm actually wondering, do I really need Asbel? Maybe not. Oh, I need to bring Selfina to this map. Selfina gets a very, very important item. And as fun as Tina is, I'm going to be saving her until chapter 14. And pretty much everybody gives the Kingmaker to Leaf, I guess because he's force deployed, but it's a choice that makes sense. Kind of wonder if Marita should take the Paragon Sword. I think I might give Vantage to Olwen. And I'm still thinking on whether I give a cost to Finn or Asbel. Finn can be a good choice for capturing. And you'll take a Wind Tome. And Marita will prep herself with a Master Seal. Okay, let's deploy. You'll see why we have so few units once we get to the introduction of this chapter and the bios. Oh boy, am I looking forward to the bios. So now we have a meeting of the enemy mines, General List and Paulus. I feel like Paulus's name is Roman in origin. It sort of sounds like it. Ah, Boldark. Yeah, that guy. At least his name isn't Balzac, because that just leads to jokes. I feel like there is a boss with that name somewhere in either this game or another game. And so this guy is a bit of a glory hound, and also an idiot. He's gonna end up charging in on turn 5, and yeah, this line right here is the reason why, once he's dead, all of his troops just start running. But we have a couple of new faces here. This guy with a really cool hairstyle, and also Glade. We've heard of this guy. He is Selfina's husband, and that's why we brought her to this chapter. Unfortunately, it means that we have to keep her out of ballista range because of a cost. We also have this pretty cool-looking girl with red eyes. I would say maybe don't do that because there are a bajillion ballistas. And that's exactly what Dean is saying right now. Well, I mean, that's usually how it is in this game. In most other games, the Draco Knight's entire style of fighting is just fly in, heedless of danger, and kill everything because you're broken. Yeah, I've talked about this before, but, like, I feel like Draco Knight / Wyvern Rider is a class that was not designed with reclass systems in mind. You were really only meant to have 1 or 2 of them per game. So, Glade is going to dispatch his small band of knights. Will they be enough to stem the tide? Well, they are only the finest knights in all of Thracia. Yeah, Prince Shannon is somebody who travelled with Sigurd's party back in the day. He was just a kid at the time, but now he's all grown up and leading a rebellion of his own. And basically acting as a mentor to Sigurd's own kid, so it's a nice arc for him. I don't believe, like, unlike people like Ishtar, I don't believe Shannon ever actually shows up at all in Thracia on screen. But this certainly doesn't sound like Shannon. If you know Shannon from genealogy, you know that he was not a philanderer, and he definitely wouldn't sit by while people needed him. There's something fishy going on here. But we won't resolve that subplot at all if we pick the A route. We'll only resolve that subplot if we go the B route. That line about him being in town philandering, though, is pretty much the one clue as to what you're meant to do with the B route with that character. And now it begins. Yeah, this map is all about big, sweeping cavalry charges, so Dorius is gonna really like it. May I present the city of Tahra? Oh! I can just imagine they just crest the hill and they see that, like, there's already flames, and then it's like, oh, well, that wasn't supposed to be happening. Well, let's go. This is better than the job that the army did in Mulan of saving that one village. Yeah, there's a bit of a justification for why you don't get a lot of deployment slots, but the real reason why you don't is because you essentially have, like, 5 extra units on this map. Actually, maybe 6. I'll count them in a moment. Yeah, it is basically the one symbol of resistance left. For once, August and Dorius agree on something, but August agrees for pragmatic reasons, because, of course. That's a pretty cool line, though. So, we have Glade himself. Glade has an authority star, and he's worth deploying just for that. Even though from this point we'll be facing a lot of bosses with authority stars, think of each one you have as cancelling 1 star the enemy has. Other than that, he's a pre-promoted Duke Knight with pretty solid stats and an A rank in Lances. He doesn't have Finn's Brave Lance, but he can still do decent mounted combat. Dismounted though, he's stuck with underwhelming combat and an E rank in swords, so deploying him in indoor maps is really just for his authority star. He also supports the entire Scrub Brigade if you want to use them, but more notably, he gets one of the rare 20% support bonuses in the game from his wife Selfina, and an extra 20 to hit, avoid, and critical is nothing to sneeze at. along with the greatest characters in all of Fire Emblem. Bow Knights, Lance Knights, Lance Knights, Lance Knights, and Bow Knights. Truly the greatest Fire Emblem units of all time. Our wall of genericness is unstoppable. In all seriousness, these 5 are essentially playable green units. Their stats vary wildly. I've shown here their minimum and maximum stats and everything. They each only come with a single iron weapon. And a lot of people like to dump their items because you will lose these 5 at the end of the chapter regardless of if they survive. And all their items will be gone with them. There's also no reward for keeping them all alive, so they are entirely expendable, and there's a few things you can do with that. You can either use them to wall off the city, though Glade does a perfect job of defending it on his own. You can have them break to the west and try and take out some of the ballistas before your army arrives. I tend to find that they get killed by the ballistas before they get the chance to do that, though. Or you can have them charge right at List and see if they can do some damage. Oh, and though they can gain experience, they can't gain stats on level ups. These 5 are likely to see combat regardless of how you play the chapter, which debatably makes them better than some characters in this game. Okay, let's begin. We need to be careful of these Bow Knights right here, because if somebody gets hit by a ballista, they can quite easily get picked off by the Bow Knights later. In fact, I would kind of like them to all go for Callion and his Javelin, if possible. Okay. So, I do not want Olwen to be in range of any of them, so she's just going to have to hang back a little bit here. Nana, go ahead and mount, and then Leaf will get in here for his, I believe multiple instances of charm skills do stack. So having both Nana with her charm and Leaf with the Kingmaker is going to be pretty nice here. Huh. I don't really want him to rush in, though, because if he does, then the Bow Knights are going to attack somebody who can't, like, 1 to 2 range. I suppose he can just go 1 space forward. And I believe Selfina being here is fine. She doesn't have enough HP for those ballistas to get a cost on her. And now this squad, you guys are all just going to head down 1, and the rest will stay put. And yeah, these Bow Knights are nearly endless ambush spawns, which is why I want to get rid of the core group of them as quickly as I can. They are very irritating. Okay, yeah, going for Olwen, I kind of had a feeling. Good thing, like, I didn't give her a cost or anything like that, because she would have just barely been in a cost, because she has 1 more HP than that. Although her attack speed is 0, although the Ballista also has 0 attack speed, but, I mean, I presume the Ballista has 0 attack speed. But here we go. I kind of want all of these guys to, like, I don't know if Callion will actually one-round them all, but we'll see. Okay, well, that was a crit. Oh, and he has 22 critical, so with his follow-up critical modifier, he's going to have, like, 24 on this one. Okay, this one doesn't actually get 1 round without a critical. But he's got, like, over 80 to 90 critical on this, so yeah. Most of these ones should be dying. The problem is that I'll eventually have to get some people in here who don't have 1 to 2 range. This is where Callion is pretty nice. He has access to both swords and javelins while mounted. Not a lot of people can do this, and also he's got a good follow-up critical modifier. But what is that one doing? Huh, interesting. Well, I guess Nana can go ahead and heal Olwen. In fact, Nana actually might be a solid option to maybe hang back and try and pick off these archer reinforcements, though that means that I don't have her charm skill on the front lines. So we've got kind of a few considerations here, but right then. Yes, I can try and kill off this ballista, which, is that in range of the... It is in range of the other ballista, and there'll also be a Bow Knight there, so I should probably not do that, because that means there's a relatively decent chance that... oh, that's actually pretty good. If only I had a flame sword right now. Relatively decent chance that, Olwen will end up getting wrecked by the ambush spawn. Because I've established from earlier that 1 ballista plus 1 archer will kill her, but okay then. Granted, I think she should be able to, like, canter away a little bit. Also gonna need to slip Marita through, this area. I think, firstly, I'm gonna try and javelin this ballista. And it's gone anyway, okay, good. Still not leveled up, though. So now, Olwen has the freedom to not go in ballista range, so she's gonna head over... Yeah, maybe she should just get on the road here. And, yeah, that's a lot more avoid. Take that, and then, like, the magic ring would be overkill on, almost called him Ced Asbel. I mean, he may as well be Ced. But okay. Just barely not ballista range, which is good. But also, I need to be very, 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 very careful of Selfina. Probably don't really want to bring her in too far until this other ballista is dealt with. Get Marita up here, and then Leafy Boy. I don't know why I just like calling him that. Maybe I could try and carry Marita further into the map, but the problem is always the ballistas. So the other villagers on this map, they just have an armor slayer and a hammer. The thing with that is, oh boy, the battle axes, that's, some of these guys might get crits, but as a sacrifice, I think I am willing to make. Okay, that is a javelin. I wonder if I should get a couple of these guys in here just in case, like, some of the enemies can, like, attack them. Well, we'll see what happens. And ambush spawn. So where is the ambush spawn going? Also, yes, these guys do actually get full-on battle sprites, and they are green. And, well, that was a good showing from Lance Knight number 1. Good job. Sadly, I can't really give these guys scrolls. Also, like, I guess well, okay, this is not going well at all for them. I mean, better them than an actual, character who matters. Finally, one of them didn't get crit and die. But yeah, a lot of people like to, I probably always see this in the bios, give their items to Glade because, like, technically speaking, you'll lose them if they die. Wow, okay, you must have rolled really low on your strength there. Ballista on Callian, that should be fine. He could use a little bit of healing, but it's really funny how it looks like the ballista levels up if that happens. Okay, he's finally remembered that his strength growth is supposed to be good, and I like that. Yes, things do average out. Yeah, that's versus this guy. This guy. Yeah, for once, the Scrub Brigade's actually outperforming these 5, which typically doesn't happen. They're often a little bit more useful than the Scrub Brigade. Now, what are you gonna do? Interesting, okay. Oh wow, your attack power is pathetic. Have we seen Selfina fight before? Female bow knights look pretty nice in this game. And, yeah, a lot of people have said... Who does she look like again? Because in my head it was like Astrid, but like, oh, that's it, Isadora! Yeah, she looks a lot like Isadora. But sadly, she is not Isadora. I don't know, but there are conflicting opinions on whether Isadora is actually good in, like, the fandom. I don't know what the current state of the Isadora discourse is. That sounds really funny, but, I mean, it's kind of true. Can you even actually get to that? Oh, you can't get to that guy without a flyer. I mean, I could try and drop Marita there, but I don't think there's a way that I can actually get into range, so we're unfortunately gonna have to endure that ballista. Oh, Selfina she gets accosted by that ballista. That's actually pretty unfortunate. At least I think for now I can go ahead and drop Marita in that mountain. I do not like it when Selfina gets accosted by ballistas. And now we've got, yeah, these guys don't move. They're just standing there on guard duty. I probably don't need to capture any of them. I really just want to rush and get that ballista. So, yeah, let's not go for a capture just yet. Leaf and Nana being in range of Olwen should probably make things relative... Oh, wait, I need to equip the Kingmaker as well to actually give myself that charm skill. So she has 25 avoid there. If she goes within range of both Leaf and Nana, she now has 55. I mean, there's no real rush to get the conversation with her and Glade. Especially since I don't really need it that much, because I'm not actually, like, using any bow people, but, it's a pretty good, bow that you get from this. Plus, she has a 20% support, which, well, she gives Glade a 20% support bonus, which is kind of insane, as I've already gone over in his bio. I like the little, actually kind of looks like Link's shield in some of the Zelda games. Magic. Well, I mean, given he used the Flame Sword earlier, it's not the worst thing to be gaining. Although, yeah, I can't quite get into that ballista just yet. And also, yeah, don't press that by mistake. Yeah, this is an escape map. But a lot of these enemies cannot hurt Glade unless they critical, which is kind of scary. Oh, wow, I didn't actually kill him, huh? I've always sort of liked the way that Silver Lancers look in... Oh, these guys can capture too, but... 15 defense. These are some pretty strong armor knight. Well, that guy has 15 defense, and the other guy has 10 defense, despite being the same level. Yeah, Thracia's stat variation is very much a thing. I can't even hurt that guy. Wow, okay. Let's go for the 10 defense guy, then. And, well, you're basically doomed. Yeah, right now they're basically just distractions. So yeah, they still count for the purposes of the auto cursor, though. Sadly, I don't think these people are going to be very long for this world. Usually, the noble defense of the nameless ones holds out way longer than this, but, well, yep, they are getting crit a lot here. By only, like, 10s. I hope this isn't a bad sign for my performance for the rest of this map. Well, yep, they are not lasting long at all. Like, to be fair, some of these Phrygians did roll very high on their random stats, which, that person in the comment has now actually told me how that works. And as I expected, move is just a flat 10% growth that is rolled once for every enemy. I had a feeling that it wasn't like rolling a 1% growth for each of their levels, because that would be potentially hilarious if the enemies gained, like, multiple points of move. But, like, it makes sense with what I've seen. Like, typically I only see enemies with one move more than usual, and it's a lot more common than you'd think if it was just, like, a 1% growth. No, going for Leaf is totally fine in my book. Hopefully. Yep, nice dodge there. So something that people have actually told, I don't know how true this is, but something that I've been told about the way that the, like, Leaf being immune to sleep works, because you wouldn't really be able to complete the map. So apparently, it's just the Lord class that's immune to sleep, and when Leaf gets his story promotion, which does exist, it's just I haven't mentioned it in his bio because it's not really that relevant, he actually stops being immune to sleep. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I wouldn't be surprised. Speaking of weird things, I've been informed how the like, not killing flag for the dancers in Chapter 12X works, and it's very, very weird. Like, extremely bizarre. It's essentially set to flag it if they reach 0 HP, but it's calculated even on the combat forecast, which means that if they reach 0, if you, like, for example, like, were to do this to a dancer, and your combat would reduce them to 0 HP, the game will flag the dancer as dying, and you won't be able to get the warp staff. This is not true for, like, some later maps that have objectives of sparing enemies, so I have no idea why they did it this way. And there we go, that is Nana's final level, so she will be able to promote to Paladin, just in time. Yeah, that Earth Sword is looking a little beaten up. I wish I had bolting to kill you, but I don't. Are there, like, any blind spots where I could potentially get, like, Merida in to snipe that ballista? I don't think so. Which is, a shame, but okay. Okay. I, don't like that ballista having a cost, though. What turn are we at? 4, okay, so the boss is going to start moving soon, and if I kill the boss quickly, I won't have to worry about the ballistas ever again, or the reinforcements. So really, there's no reason to risk Selfina here. So I'm just going to send Leaf in a little bit, and then maybe Olwen as well. Olwen, I believe, does get a support bonus from Leaf. Okay, so Callian... Oh, yeah, he has a rapier, so I can do this. Probably not going to be worth a lot of experience, but still. Okay. Well, you've suffered from the Finn curse of being a mounted unit who misses with 99s. Okay, you can get in a little further, and then if only you had the flame sword. No, there's no way I can actually get it in, is there? I don't think there's a way I can get it from Leaf to him. It would be pretty cool if I could, but I don't think there's a way. I mean, I can make a head start on it, I guess. Like, I can do... No, that should be in range of the... So if I did this, I would be counting on Fergus to kill that ballista with the broom. No, wait, no, he wouldn't be able to move and attack if he trades. No, let's not do that. Meanwhile, I need to be extremely careful because I can't put her in range of the ballista. I think she's okay if she stays there. Just barely, wow, okay. And yeah, let's attempt to clear the way. Yeah, so I would say that the Armor Slayer and the hammer that you get from the villagers aren't, like, that useful, but actually, we're going to be fighting a lot of Armor Knights very, very, very soon. A lot of Armor Knights, so they actually are pretty good. Let's go ahead and give you the Vantage Manual. Vantage gained! It's kind of interesting how Olwen, being such a plot-important character, doesn't have any skills. Silver Lance, no, you only have 14 defense. I do worry a lot about that team. I mean, you don't have a lot of hit either, so the odds of that are, like, basically 1%, because it's, like, 16 and then 10, but... Well, I really hope that the last remaining NPC, Mr. Bow Knight, can actually kill you, but, just barely not. I mean, it could crit. Let's try. Let's try. It's funny how they all have, like, green armor. It's such a weird idea, though, basically controllable green units. I guess, like, part of me wonders if the only reason why they made these guys blue is just because they tried making them green, but their AI was too dumb to defend the point properly, so they decided we might as well just let the player control them. It's easier that way. Again, I would not be surprised if this was true. I do wonder, like, what the... Well, there goes the last of them. What the playtesting process is like for Fire Emblem games. It does seem pretty interesting. Okay, Callian. Nice dodge. I know I say that all the time, but I like complimenting my characters when they do cool things. Yeah, this ballista in the mountains is very, very annoying, but, yeah, they're gonna be not a threat much longer. And yeah, the walled city of Tahra is surprising, is like, there's only really one avenue they can attack the gate from, so there's not really much of a reason for them to... Hi there. Nice dodge there. Are you gonna... Didn't even kill him, okay. Oh, Physic, right. I was like, wait, nobody's in... Like, is somebody seriously in bolting range? But no. You should still die to Glade. That's fine. Not that I really need you to die to Glade, but I mean, every little bit of enemy death helps. So I think I got interrupted, but I would say, like, the Silver Lance does look pretty nice, like, in its FE4 sprite. I kind of associate it a lot with Quan, because Quan starts with 1 in FE4, and he's kind of like your Jagan, for the first gen, even though Sigurd's also basically a Jagan. Yeah, let's just do this. This is a guaranteed critical on the second attack. I am finding my current party is a little bit heavy on swords, and there aren't a lot of enemy sword users to capture, so that is a bit of a problem. It can be harder to, like, replenish your supply of swords if you're using a lot of sword people. But we are, I believe, yes, we are at turn 5, so, this guy here, List, I believe, yes, Fergus does have a scroll, so if I send Fergus down there, I should be able to get List down very quickly. Just gotta watch out for you a bit. That guy never moves, by the way. But since List isn't gonna actually get to me this turn, I don't think he's gonna be able to get to me this turn. I can, and he has a bow, so, like, he's not gonna die on the enemy phase. I may as well just use a Stell sword. Stool sword. Now let's show the animation, because why not? This does feel a little risky, me charging Fergus into a bunch of enemies, but I mean, Fergus is pretty amazing, so, yeah. I kind of forget when I used to have him promoted back in the days when I was still promoting at level 20 even in this game, which it's not really necessary to promote at level 20 in this game. I don't like that you're still alive. I guess I can kill... Wow, my hit rate's not the best. That's actually something that people have told me as well. Like, bows in Thracia have oddly low hit rates, which is kind of dumb because they're, like, meant to be this sort of very accurate weapon. You do get extra dialogue in the Selfina Glade conversation if Leaf talks to him first, so I probably want to show that. But also, let's go ahead and... Master Seal time! So yeah, Valkyries aren't in this game. Instead, Troubadours promote to Female Paladin, which uses staves and swords, which was the case in FE4 as well. And it's still really funny how FE4 Nana is basically like a, a really massive, like the best magic growth she can get is like 20% or something. That armor looks really nice though. +3 magic is good. I'm forgetting my bios for a moment. Does she get a staff rank from that? I hope she does. No, she doesn't. Okay, that's kind of a shame, because C's a bit of a benchmark with staves, because physic. But yeah, Nana's really meant more for, like, you know, charm support than healing, but still she's almost maxed out on skill and speed, and also the Earth Sword. Do I try and go for the village? I think for now, Marita's gonna head here, and then, I will need... but I also want Olwen to be, like, close to the... Well, I don't really want Olwen to be on, like, the front lines, but I want her to be, like, available when the action starts getting more intense. Yeah, I'm probably gonna send Karen back here. Yeah, the real challenge is, like, how are we gonna actually get that Bishop village, which, it's just a Master Seal, but I like to get all the villages in these chapters. It's just a thing when I play these games. Oh, wow, you actually got hit that time. Wow, he actually won round at that time. Okay, Fergus. Let's see how good your hit rate is. 1! This is Fergus with absolutely 0 supports, by the way. Just totally on his own, just a lone cavalryman in the middle of a horde of enemies, and they have 1% hit rate on him because Fergus is ridiculous. I love Fergus. Like Fergus is kind of both like a good basis and a good growth unit. Like, he's just really solid all round. Like, he's one of the few people who back in the day, like, game FAQs guides, still, okay, well, that guy probably rolled good defense. Game FAQs guides were okay with recommending using, even though he's kind of more of a good bases type unit. Speaking of which, so back in the day... Ow. So back in the days of game FAQs guides, I didn't use Pern, because game FAQs said Pern was bad just because he's a pre-promote. And that logic is going to become especially ridiculous, in the next chapter. I'll be explaining that once we get there, but it's just like, that was like peak of like game FAQs pre-promote equals bad behavior, because like, yeah. Let's just say that a certain somebody might be unpromoted, but they actually have worse growth than the pre-promote of the same class who joined in the same chapter. Okay, the mages are going in now. That could be a little worrying, especially for, Glade. I would appreciate it. Kill a bow critical there, Selfina, please. Yeah, these guys, I think, just run around like headless chickens. But, yeah. I need to hopefully kill List right now. Because, oh right, his weapon broke. That's why he did such little damage to this Armor Knight, huh? Yeah. I was like, wait, why? Like, he shouldn't be doing 1 with the Steel Sword, but no, it broke, that's what happened. But okay, with the Armor Slayer, I definitely double him. I have a lot of attack power. The problem is Pavis, aka Great Shield. I'm sure, if any of you have been, like, really old hands on my channel, then you might remember me grumbling about Great Shield. It was a bit of a catchphrase of mine back when I first played Genealogy on the channel, which I know I'm sorry that I haven't finished that playthrough, but it's just like, I lost the old files for it, and I really think it's gonna get a remake one day. I kind of had to show Nana getting the heal experience there. Might as well visit this. Actually, wait, let's not visit the village yet, because I do worry a little bit about the ballistas. So yeah, I kind of need to cut down one of these archers just so that I can potentially get through to... You guys are 20th Division. You're 20th Division, okay, yeah, so I think... everybody with List's authority ends up running away when the when he dies. So all of these guys should be running very soon. Oh, well, I guess all my cavalry suffer from that curse. I suppose I can just still go in with Leaf, though. I didn't want to have to do this with Leaf, but I think I have to. Yeah, I need to keep the Kingmaker equipped. It's kind of a shame to have to use it. Sometimes I actually hammer in the Kingmaker, which I believe is called the Royal Sword in Heroes. I forgot that it was even in Heroes. But also, do you have Vulnerary? You don't, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, List is hopefully going to die this turn. I say hopefully. Yeah, it's really all down to... Oh, Callian can't even reach now. Right, yep, it's basically all down to Pavis now. Come on, we have... Oh, or I could use the Brave Sword. Huh. Is this, like, better, actually? Because he's gonna get, like, 2 crits on his next attacks, yeah. Because the Armor Slayer only get 2 shots, whereas the... Let me just do some quick head maths. 17... I think that's like 11 per attack. He has a lot of HP though. But I sort of need to critical on my the second batch of 2 attacks. It's either that or go for the Armor Slayer and definitely 1 round, but if he Pavises either of them, then I'm kind of screwed. I kind of want to just go for the Brave Sword. Do kind of like the way generals look in this game. No way, I can't believe this! Okay, List, get a load of this. Okay, yeah, he just died, that's fine. I was trying to think of an appropriate Eggman quote for his defeat, but I couldn't really think of one. I suppose, I hate that Brave Sword! Sounds a little bit like I hate that Hedgehog, but... Okay, so now that the Glory Hound is dead, we need to huddle around Tahra itself, because Phase 2 of the map's about to begin, and this is where things get, well, more annoying than actually, like, dangerous, but, from what I've heard, also Paragon Sword, I don't have a lot of crit here, but, nah, I'm gonna go for the Merida Sword. Okay, yeah, she got the crit anyway. So my hope is to be able to abuse the reinforcements for Merida training, but gotta be careful of fatigue. So now at this point, all of these guys should be leaving, and no more of them will spawn, and the ballistas should stop firing. I could probably try and, like, kill a couple of these little guys before, but, like, they're all just gonna run, so... Maybe I should preemptively have Callian set up in the north, just so that things don't get too ridiculous. I could try and... Oh no, there are, like, axe armors, aren't there? And, okay, so it's just Glade, and, I wouldn't be surprised if the Seize the Escape Point AI overrides the Retreat AI on the enemies. But yeah, let's get this house here. Right in the nick of time, I tell you, you got stones on you coming to Tahra's rescue like this. Just in case you're running low on weapons, I want you to take this here hammer with you. I already have a bunch of hammers, but oh well. I consider it a personal favor if you used it to smash open some Imperial skulls. This reminds me a little bit of a story that I read about in Jeanne d'Arc about how like she promised to get the people of one of these towns a goddam, which was the French's nickname for the English because they like to say goddamn a lot. But okay, I really hope that I'm right about like the retreat AI on these guys. We'll see. Yeah, here come these guys. We're gonna be seeing a lot of these guys. And yeah, they're all running. Because, like, yeah, they're like, yay, the guy who threatened to kill us if we didn't charge into a pointless death is dead! So yeah, like, most of, again, Thracia does some really cool things with, like, gameplay story integration in terms of the way that its commanders work, and I do really like that. Like, these guys are gonna ignore us and try and retreat too. These guys, on the other hand, are gonna head straight to Tahra. And that's a little worrying with those mages. Thankfully, though, Callian has a scroll, so he has no risk of being critical. But you guys have, they have long lances. Their attack power is not trivial. So let's send you in there. In fact, actually, Nana could just go kind of nuts with a, what do we got here? The Iron Lance. Actually, maybe the Iron Lance is better. But yeah, Nana could go kind of nuts here with her Earth Sword, though it might break eventually. I do like the cyan hair that a lot of the Phrygian mages have. But okay, yeah, you're done, and now, yeah, the ballistas all just stop firing at this point, so, like, I wish I'd known that in my first playthrough. It would have made things way easier. But now Karen can safely get to that bottom village. Oh, right, I was just supposed to give the flame sword to Fergus. It's probably okay. And now Leaf can... Yeah, Leaf needs to get to Tahra itself. I mean, it's a bit of a waste of the Kingmaker, though, but it's experience, I suppose. I mean, isn't that technically a war crime, though, if these guys are like, running? They're basically surrendered. But yeah, Fire Emblem doesn't. I've seen videos on, like, you know, all war crimes and insert Fire Emblem game name here. Let's just go ahead and... I think I'll take out the Archer. No, actually, that one doesn't even die. But yeah, she's running a bit low on her sword, so I should probably... not be, like, going too ham with Nana, but it's fun when, like, I just, it's really funny to see the bars fill up this fast. So yeah, there's a guy there, I probably should get on that. Also, that is actually a plain tile, so enemies can just climb up there. Yeah, don't want to have Olwen rush into... actually, you barely have any real movement. I actually probably should put Fergus here. I'll just go with the steel sword. But yeah, Fergus is starting to run a little low on swords. I might want to actually buy some from, like, the shops in Tahra have some decent stuff, but mainly, just like was alluded to way earlier in the game, they also sell stamina drinks. There's some of the few shops to sell those. And yeah, Selfina can start heading over here to talk to her literal husbandor. Sadly, her husbandor's squad is now gone. Okay, they're a little close to Callian for comfort. Yeah, they're all starting a line. They're all like, "Wait for me!" Yeah, even those bow knights go for the far western escape point, which is kind of funny. Yeah, probably need Callian to get some criticals here. Well, actually not really, because that didn't kill. Yeah, and I'm also probably not going to be doing a lot of animation in here, because there's going to be a ton of enemies. Like, these guys are endless, I'm pretty sure. Well, I think they go until, like, turn 30-something, so they might as well be endless. Okay, no crit on the second strike there. The mage shouldn't kill him. He should be okay. And he dodged anyway. I need to get him out of that bind, though, and I need to heal him. But yeah, Leaf can talk, and now Karen can start heading down there. Got to be careful of this this dude here, though. 8th Division, yeah. So, he has 2-star authority as well, huh? Is he, like, the leader of these guys? I think he is. Yeah, they're the 8th Division. He's actually the leader of them. And they've got different, they've got, like, different... Oh, wait, no, the armors have the bow armors have the green, thing. But yeah, and they need to, like, pick up somebody and carry them over, and maybe that somebody is gonna be no, Marita. We established earlier that Marita was gonna try and fight these. She probably needs to do so on, like, a forest, though. Or she could, you know, try and go for the retreating enemies if I was feeling really cruel. But, okay then, at this point, yeah, let's just wind this guy. Callian is still not really free yet. Oh, I don't think Nana can actually get to him unless I... actually, I probably do need to heal Fergus a little more than I need to heal Callian, because Fergus is probably going to end up charging in there. Yeah, I wonder how strong my Nana's going to be by the end of the game. Probably decently strong, though her HP can be a problem, especially when she's got 2 ways of accumulating fatigue. Oh, he does have a vulnerary, right. But if he uses the Javelin on this guy right here, he does take a pretty good amount of damage from the mage. Oh, and I got a crit, nice. And level up. So yes, he's definitely remembered that he's supposed to have a good strength growth. Even though, yeah, 12 strength right now is not the greatest, but he's still doing fine, really. Okay, a whole bunch of them are gonna go for Olwen if I don't... Funnily enough, okay. Well, first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Glade. And just like when talking to Selfina, we get the leaf theme here. Yeah, he wouldn't have seen Leaf since Leaf was like 3 years old or something. Well, your prayers have been answered for everyone but Shannon, but little do they know that, let's just say they might not have the right Shannon. Ah, yes, the flag of the... Yes, yeah. I think, I've heard it said Gaia Bolga, I think, but, yeah. I think one of the early translations of, like, Fire Emblem 4 just called it, like, Gayborg. They didn't know the mythology behind it. I am glad they spell Calf with a K in this version, because him being called King Calf with a C, it's like, wait, why is Leaf's grandfather and, like, the King of Leonston named after a baby cow? I always found that really hard to take seriously. And so, I believe with that, Selfina gets slightly different dialogue if you do her talk conversation with Glade. And they're, like, one-sided. Okay, I wonder if I do this, I probably do need to use the Armor Slayer here. The thing that I like a lot about the Armor Slayer is that, like, it doesn't use up that quickly because you only really need 1 shot of it against most things. And yeah, we can go there and block off Olwen. I'm just a little worried about her low HP. And yeah, get used to that sound of reinforcements because, yeah, this is gonna be our life for the next while. I do kind of hope that they don't all go for... that they don't all, like, hit him. But yeah, now we've got a bajillion things escaping right now. Like, I could go into some trivia about Tahra and its name origin, but I kind of want to save that for the next map, because the next map's also going to be pretty long. Because, yeah, right now, like, we could really just end this whenever we... I am actually a little concerned about Fergus right now. I'm going to be turning animations back on for this point, just because I want to... Okay, one of them went for Nana, we should be fine. Hopefully. Also, this is the first time we're seeing Nana fight as a paladin in close combat. Yeah, I just want to see how much hit rate these guys have. 24... Okay. Oh, they don't even have a lot of damage either. So, like, I mean, I'm a little concerned about the mage. But, like, yeah, you need... Oh, I just realized who we probably should have where Fergus is right now. Nana. I'm like, you need a pretty good 1-2 range person, but... You attacked in melee. That's interesting. Huh. Well, I mean, I'm glad you did that, because, well, I lost 2 Armor Slayer uses, but still... Kind of wonder what my favorite Armor Slayer design... Oh, and the Armor Slayer from, like, Awakening or Fates, was it? That looks like this big razor sword. That one's pretty cool. I do like the one from, like, Path of Radiance as well, I think. Yeah, again, it's kind of just a thing with me. I'm like, I need to get all the villages. It's just, like, something that I do when I record these games. I like to go for 100%. You're headed to help Tahra. Watch out for the Imperial troops. They're not your normal soldiers. They're decked out in heavy armor. Sometimes they have 15 defense and then Glade can't one-round them. Take this blade with you and never let go of it. It's an Armor Slayer and it'll cut through them like butter. Half expected to joke about not that I can afford butter or anything like that, but I don't know if that would go against, like, the game's themes or anything like that, but yeah. that just reminds me of, like, wow, okay, that's a weird deep cut, but, like, I've never even seen this, but I've heard that, like, this film called The Thief and the Cobbler, which, like, kind of, like, people accuse it of, like, plagiarizing Aladdin, but actually it came first. Like, it has a joke in one of its weird well, not dubs, like, they did a version of it that was, like, full of pop culture references because, just to cash in on Aladdin, but, like, I think I'm actually just gonna go for a, wind snipe here. Maybe, you got a bit of a hit rate against Olwen, though. Oh, well, that could happen. Did I not even double you with wind? Wait, what's your 4? What's your... Oh, I'm looking at my... Wait, attack speed 9. 8! Okay, you got a lot of attack speed. Right, there we go. Or should I just go ahead and heal you? And then send you in there with the javelin. If I go here, 1, 2, 3... And then Callian goes there with the javelin. I don't think he can do that, because, yeah, the armors are going to be able to go for Olwen, which I can't allow, so... but I could put Leaf here, and that's also a support for Callian. Support plus Kingmaker for Callian. I mean, this javelin is not going to hold out forever, but, it is better than Olwen getting attacked by stuff. Okay, well, at least, yeah, he should be okay. I don't want to be saying that, but yeah. Yeah, do need to be, like, slightly concerned. Oh, yeah, right, that Thief and the Cobbler thing. So there was, like, a joke in that, like, version of the script about, like, I've heard about soap in, like, stories, and, like, people are like, what does that mean? But, like, at that era, like, soap was actually legitimately really rare. So, yeah, that is a bit of a deep cut joke, but anyway. I may be struggling for things to talk about right now, but I am only equipping this javelin so I can counterattack the mage. Yeah. Oh, okay. Please don't die, Marita. Thank you. Yeah, I probably should send, like, some kind of charm unit there. Good double crit there. Because, like, what's really the actual thing that's going on right now? Basically, I just need to get that one house with the Master Seal, and then everyone can escape. I mean, you know, that and I need to get the Brave Bow, but... Oh, wait! I can do that right now! Because, like, Selphina needs to escape anyway, so she was gonna be going to where Glade was regardless. I don't know if Selphina's maybe based on Midia, but, like, she kind of looks a little bit like Midia, and, well, I mean, she looks like Isadora, who's heavily based on Midia. Although Midia's, like, one of those characters that a lot of people are just, like... The story hypes her up as being this amazing, like, general, and then it's like she's captured both times you meet her. Oh, a decade ago. So, wow, I was off with my estimate. He last saw Leaf when he was 5. Yes, this world where 15-year-olds are considered men. Well, I mean, that was kind of true of this kind of era. And he has a bit of a resemblance to his Uncle Sigurd as well, I feel. Wait, is this their idea of, like, married couple banter? They're just arguing over, like, what part of Leaf came from what parent? Well, I mean, I can tell you exactly what parts came from which parent due to the way that genealogy's inheritance system works. For example, he gets, like, although, yeah, I believe, like, Leaf and, Altena are two of the few children who invert the usual inheritance pattern. Leaf actually gets items from his mother, whereas, Altena gets from her father, and that's only because, like, she's the one who can use the Gaia Bolga, whereas Leaf is a sword user. It's really, to be honest, I feel like Ethlyn's death should be mourned more than it actually is. Like, because she's Sigurd's sister. It's just so easy to forget that. Because a lot of the plot associates her more with Kwan. But, like, it's just, I know that, like, that Sigurd does get, like, sad over it, for, like, one castle seizing in FE4. Yeah, I don't actually remember much of this conversation. This must be what happens if you have Leaf talk first. I guess because Glade wouldn't have seen Leaf as a 15-year-old. Or, you know, you could actually save them and then the game glitches. It's really funny. There's a way to save Quan and Ethelyn, but they'll go towards the next plot castle and conquer it and turn it green, and that means you can't capture it yourself, and so you're soft-locked. So Quan and Ethelyn surviving breaks the timeline, and yeah. I mean, maybe it's the good future, though, because that means Sigurd doesn't die. But anyway, yeah, this is the main reward for this conversation, a brave bow. And, yeah, as I said back in her bio, if you haven't been extensively training an archer, because every bow user besides Selfina at this point starts with an E rank, she's probably the only one who can use it. And it's a really, really good bow. Of course, you can't capture with bows, but for offense, it's a pretty solid weapon. It looks pretty nice, too. So I can show off its stats right here. Yeah, 95 hit, 14 might. Like, this is a really, really freaking good bow. But, yeah, Selfina's stats aren't, like, the best to really use it. Okay, so what is Marita's stats looking like if she goes here in terms of, like, avoid? 63. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Okay, I am going to send Nana over here and explode you with the Earth Sword. It's funny how that one, like, reinforcement bow knight is just still down there. And I very sincerely hope this is not going to come back to bite me, but, Marita training arc, I guess? I love it when you do that. Multi-crits like that. Not even Paragon Sword. That wasn't a great level, but one level closer to promotion. Like, because she starts with so much speed, there's really no reason not to promote her early, especially since it gives her 2 extra sword ranks, which is pretty crazy for a promotion in this game. Olwen, do you have a... Yeah, you do. I don't actually have a ton of vulneraries, so I might as well use them. Where's Karen, right? Oh, Karen's down here, right. Okay, so... She probably does need a scroll. 13 luck. How much crit do you have? 28. I do not like your crit rate. And Fergus does not have a vulnerary. But he could take one. And I'm going to actually take an extra scroll. Just because I may need to give one to Karen so she doesn't get crit. Better be safe than sorry. Iron Lunts, I guess. I was about to say, oh, he doesn't have, like, the enemies don't have very much of a hit rate against him, but, well, that turned out to be wrong. I don't know, if they're gonna all, like, go for Marita if they get the chance. So maybe actually you'll just go back a little bit and then, Leaf has his charm skill going. Yeah. Hope this is okay. I don't know if you even can block that mage spawn. Because I feel like if you could, I would definitely want to block that guy. Yeah, I really probably would have been able to capture those priests, but still. It's always fun to see Leaf, like, constantly attack with the Kingmaker like that. Okay, more defense is nice. Okay, Marita, please be fine. Okay, that wasn't a great showing. Going for Leaf over her, though. Interesting. And then Mage is gonna... Okay, yeah, just went up there. So, right. Yep. I am gonna go ahead and dismount Fergus. Okay. Oh, right, she's encumbered. I can still, like, trade stuff, though. So I can give her a scroll, but... Okay. Magic is down to 3, which means what's your attack power? Yeah, Bolting's attack power is not, like, super high. How many uses on this? Oh, you got plenty of uses, I think, on this for now. I'm kind of okay with her missing her initial attacks, because it's the second 2 with the follow-up critical modifier that are the ones that I really want. Okay, strength that time. I actually have not said this yet, but something that this was told to me in the comments, and I find this really funny. I'm gonna send Callian up here with the, I guess with the javelin, and then, just go ahead and vulnerate him, because I don't want to send Nana up that side. But like, so I have heard that Marita can actually one round, I probably need that mage to die though. Can one round, end game enemies at base. That's how good her personal weapon and skill set is, and follow-up critical modifier. Yep, you're finally out. So yeah, now it's a matter of Marita, please don't get unlucky. Yeah, she is going very fast in this leveling department, though I might even be able to get her to promotion in this chapter. Probably shouldn't get too cocky, though. The next map is great for, like, training. Okay, that's interesting. She has no scrolls, though, which could be worrying. And Nile doesn't block criticals in this game, like it does in Genealogy. I had to check that myself. I am not entirely opposed to everything going for Marita, though. And I hope you just get Javelin to death. There we go. It's interesting how these mages attack. I think they're kind of programmed to go as close to, like, the seize point as possible. Yeah, level 7. Just 3 more to go. And then, because, like, once she's a sword master, she doesn't entirely need Marita's sword anymore. It's mostly, like, a training tool for her. But, okay, then. Yeah, here's where things get potentially uncomfortable. So you go over here, trade, because I need this. Just in case. I think this is the first time seeing a broken lance. Yeah, let's just go for the iron one here. And I can't have Marita fight, because that way, I mean, I suppose Nana can. Or Nana can just heal Selfina because she needs it. So it really is all about what happens with that bolting bishop right now. Oh, there's Luna. Oh, double Luna. Don't really see it that much, but, yeah, that's always great against armored enemies. Finally, you can use Rider's Banes, who have a C rank now. And that should be level 8. No strength, unfortunately. Okay, now you're up to a C, I think? Which means that promoting will get you to max sword rank. And now they're just ignoring Marita. And Callian, too. Okay. So, bolting's minimum range is 3. Oh, I think I actually need Physic to have Karen, like, not die. Yeah, this might actually have been a bad idea. Oh yeah, you do want to be careful of fatigue when you're grinding up people against these enemies, because, yeah, the next chapter is going to also have a ton of fighting. Though also many opportunities to gain stamina drinks. Okay, don't kill Karen, please. Oh, crap. 44. You can dodge this, come on. Okay, yeah, I should have this guy. That was an unnecessarily risky... I will admit I actually did save state for that, because, like, I got through the rest of the chapter just fine. I feel like it'd be kind of weird just to, like, fail it just at that, but okay, let's go ahead and, Brave Sword. You unfortunately have to do the combat if you're going to capture, because he has Elfire. But now we have an extra bolting for Olwen once she can use it. It's kind of a shame she's been doing, like, wind all chapter, though. I don't even know if I have the inventory space, though, to actually get that guy's stuff. Okay, but, at least you can, continue to finish off these guys. So, like, yeah, I'm not really sure that I want the Vulnerary or Hellfire, but I probably do want the Physic. I guess I don't really need the... It sucks to not really be able to sell these, though. And I probably will need the Iron Sword later. Oh, I don't like losing this many items, but, just gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, right, I need to rescue Fergus because everyone needs to escape. Well, at least it means more time to train people. Level 9 on Marita. And already capped speed. I am gonna need to check how much crit these mages have on her. 4. But they barely have any hit when she's in that forest. Okay, so let's go ahead and finally visit this one. Well, yeah, I guess Bleeding Boulder is your reward for actually visiting this. Yeah, something I actually haven't mentioned is that the Master Seal is called the Night Proof in the Japanese version. There is another item in the game's unused data called Master Seal, but it's, like I said, unused. Functionally, it's identical to the Night Proof, so I don't know why they just changed the item's name and sprite but not function, but like, yeah, it's a Master Seal in everything but name, so it makes sense to just call it Master Seal in the fan translation. How is Callion's fatigue looking? Yeah, it's getting pretty high, I thought so. I don't think I'll need him in the next chapter, really. So now it's really just all about, getting Fergus and, Karen back to, escape. Yeah, this is another thing that the fatigue mechanic does do. It means that you, it does kind of punish you for staying and grinding against reinforcements. Of course, you can get around it with stamina drinks. And that is promotion level. Yeah, she's kind of joined Callion in the not gaining strength club. However, she doesn't really need all that much strength. So, like, I could Master Seal her now, but there are going to be a lot of opportunities to get her more levels in the next chapter. I might want to wait a bit, especially since she has such good growths. Kinda rare you see a mage tink somebody. Rescue you, and let's get moving. Drop the Fergus. Okay, we only have 6 uses left on that. I think I will... does drop her a void a bit. Oh, I don't think any of the Thunder Mages can... I'm pretty sure the Thunder Mages still can't hit her, even with the Paragon Sword. Just doing this for some more Thunder experience. Okay, we should be ready to go very soon. Also, Marita is nearly fatigued. I might have to stamina drink her. Level up on Olwen. More speed and con is kind of alright. He's got quite a few levels in this chapter so far. And now I'm going to start getting people inside. We must be off to the inside of the city. Yeah, I feel like, I guess narratively, this is like the point where you're like, okay, yeah, the numbers are getting a little overwhelming. We need to get inside and like fortify our defenses on the inside of the castle. Okay, yeah, Callion I think is the only one that I have right now who can't like actually get in the castle yet. So we're going to be delaying at least one more turn. So you go in, and then, I suppose Fergus can escape too. It's just the moment that Callion starts retreating, the enemies are going to start pouring in, unless I move Leaf, like, back by 1, and then Callion back by 1. I think that is still Forest. Oh, it's even better than what he was in before. And none of them can reach the Seize point, which is good. I have to keep Nana around. I guess you can just, again, continue to get a little bit more Dire Thunder experience. This is kind of a waste. I probably should have given her a regular Thunder Tome for grinding out Thunder rank. I just really want bolting. Okay, finally more strength. More defense is also nice. Just, I would very much like Marita to be somebody who has 20 strength, skill, and speed, and probably also luck. It's fun to get to the very end of the game and see people with just 20s and everything. Now, the mages up there might be able to get a little far in, but as long as Callion can get out next turn, we should be able to just end this. Oh, hi, you went pretty far. Yes, Marita is definitely fatigued, but... Okay, Callian can get out. And yeah, this has kind of been Callian's Zero to Hero arc. He was sucking when he first joined, but now he's held down an entire portion of Tahra's defense. But yeah, Marita, you did extremely well. Now get out. Yes, she is watching that block of stone from far, far away. Nana, you go, as much as I hate to have you go because you're amazing. Olwen will get out. I believe this is the first time we've seen an escape quote from Olwen. Oh yeah, she's certainly right. And now, that is everyone, right? I'm pretty sure that's everyone. Let's leave. Hello, no one, we're here. No time to explain, though. There's a bajillion mages and armor knights coming right for us. We kind of need to fortify our defenses right now. No time for reunions. There's something about Linoan's sprite that I actually want to talk about when we get to the next chapter. Oh yes, because you ran away when you were 5 years old, you share the blame for this. Not really. I don't think we even have a name for the former Duke of Tahra, which is kind of a shame because he's pretty important, despite never appearing. Well, the good news is you've got an army at your back now. Yes, I swear upon the Kingmaker that I'll protect the city of Tahra. That's a very good sword to swear on. But, yeah, with that reinforcement grindfest over, next time it's even more of a reinforcement grindfest, but also with some very fun side gimmicks. I quite enjoy the next chapter, even though it is pretty much the climax of the first half of the game. The Siege of Tahra begins next time.